a time that I have to come and share some insights. I'm really excited about starting this series, the series of how did I adapt living in the UK. A friend of mine has challenged me to do a show, probably, or do a video in my language, which is called Kikuyu. But first of all, I just want to share this in English, and then I will do another one in Kikuyu and post it as well. But how did I adapt in the UK? Goodness, I don't know. I don't know where to start. How did I adapt in UK? I can say this, that when I left in 2007, I left Kenya and I came to the UK. And the first time I've never been in an aeroplane, and then stepping out of that aeroplane in Heathrow Airport, I'm telling you, it was on, I think on the 5th of December. And I had left Kenya at the coast of Kenya when it was about 33 degrees. And when I landed in Heathrow, it was in December and it was 3 degrees. So I had a difference of 30 degrees. And guess what? I thought when I stepped out of the airport, that's when I realized, wow, I felt like someone who jumped out from the oven into the fridge. That's how I thought. It was something that I've never experienced in my life. So my life started there. Honestly, I used to feel so cold that I used to regret, oh my goodness, why did I even leave? Why did I leave Mombasa? Mombasa is so warm and, and it's nice and it feels nice. Like I used to live so close to the beach. So I used to feel the breeze from the beach. Oh gosh. And I came and landed here. And so for the first few months, I started work. I started work as soon as, I think I started on the second week of landing in this country, and I went back to the career that I had been doing back in Kenya. Or only that I wasn't working near the beach, and I wasn't working with all sorts of people. So I came to work in a hotel, and I was the only person from Africa at the reception there. So my accent was not the best. I was really struggling to hear what people are telling me, and people are struggling to hear what I was telling them because of my African accent. I can't say I've got a very deep accent from Kenya, but listening to other people talking to me in their accent was really hard for me. But anyway, I adapted. I went through my first few months trying to listen to what people are saying to me. And sometimes I was saying to people, please, can you say it a bit slowly so I can understand? And so one day I had a very, very unpleasant person that came to me and asked me for something. I think he was asking me for his bill because I was working at the reception. He was asking me to show him the summary of his bill. But the way he was saying it, he was saying so fast. So I said to him, I'm sorry, sir, would you like to say that again? And he said to me, did you not understand what I said? I said, no, I didn't get exactly what you said. What did you say? And he said to me, can I please have my bill in a paper form? I felt, right. I wish you said it in a nice way, but that's the way he said it anyway. So that's the way sometimes I used to find people, like they don't really understand that I'm from a different continent where we speak all sorts of languages, and it was really hard for me to adapt and to get to understand what people were saying to me. So that was the first thing. That was a bit of a barrier, but then I came through that, and eventually I can now understand what people are saying to me, no matter the accent, because they're different accents in this country. You can hear people speak something, but you probably will tell exactly what they're saying. Money. Because in my head, I used to convert a pound into Kenyan shillings. So if someone gave me a pound, I was like, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I can't go and buy a bunch of coriander for a pound. That's a lot of money. But because of my calculations in my head, I came out of it. I started reasoning in a different way, that we're in a different place altogether. So, and even understanding the currencies, it wasn't very hard for me anyway. I caught up very quickly about currency. What else am I talking about? Food. Yes, where I came to live, because we moved in, we stayed in a house with my husband before we brought the children. Um, I can say I really struggled. I struggled to find African food. So I went to a supermarket, and in that supermarket, when I looked around, the only thing I saw was brown rice and bread. So for the first few days or few weeks, I had to eat rice, like plain rice. And I think once I bought cabbage and I bought chicken, but I really struggled to find food, like, food that from my native food. I couldn't find anywhere to buy flour that I like. But I came to know that there's some other shops I could go to. My husband took me to a shop where I bought some flour. But before I could actually get my tastes back to the kind of food I'm used to, it took me a while. But anyway, yeah, time's gone now. I've come to know there's a market. I can go to that market, or I can go to another shop where I can buy a flour. I can also buy flour in my normal supermarket where I go now. At least they brought some wild foods there. I can buy beans. I can buy all sorts of things. So I got used to the food as well. So other things that I would talk about is how to blend with the culture, how to integrate with people, how to create relationships with other people. And this will be a great series. So if you've got any question, just go down there and subscribe to me. Leave me a comment, tell me what you would want me to talk about. But in the series, I'll be talking more about how I adapted to this country and how I've lived so far, and things like that. So I'll be talking more about things like that in this series. So hoping to see you on the next video. Signing out.